So I wanted to give a quick explanation on what a hermetically sealed standing seam panel is and kind of the conditions where you would find yourself wanting to use hermetically sealed. So normally in standing seam, we're dealing, and normally in most roof conditions, we're dealing with a scenario where we've got a reasonable slope here that gravity is going to allow for water, snow, slush, and so forth to come off of that roof without any restriction. And so the typical standing seam panel is going to have a snap lock type system where this seam is high enough that with gravity, water, snow, slush is going to come off that roof and you're not going to have any risk of any water piling up and getting over that seam. If that slope is very mild though, not flat, but a very mild slope, then hermetically sealed basically can be accomplished in two different ways. One is to use a tool. Actually, in some conditions, it's a small robot that runs up this seam and basically puts a multitude of folds into that seam, which water, air, etc. Has great difficulty navigating that many 90-degree angles. And so if you run a condition where water or snow or slush is higher than the height of the seam due to the fact that it's a very mild slope roof, it's still very unlikely to come inside and breach that system. The other way to achieve a hermetically sealed system is to use a sealant on what's called the female leg of the panel and on the male leg of the panel and snap the female leg over it and again create that seal. There are advantages and disadvantages of each type of hermetically sealed system, which are taken into account when we're looking at the specific application. But this is just a quick overview of a hermetically sealed standing seam panel. I hope that helps.